curated like a venue in Brooklyn called Sputnik. It's right by Lafayette Gardens, and like, you know, you got artists like Out of Sight and Theophilus London and Stally and Mickey Fax. Like, all of these MCs and singers are different from one another, but like you would never hear about them. So what we decided to start doing was, let's play them. Let's play them at the parties, you know. Let's only play them. Let's not play the top 10s. I get it, yeah, you'll mix it in. There's another DJ for that, but for your set, just play them. Just play your peoples. Play the people that you enjoy. Why? Because at the end of the night, you're gonna come up to me and be like, yo, yeah, that was great, but there was that one song, what was that song that guy, I've never heard that. Kind of get your card. It's created business opportunities for me. So being a performer, I'm in the direct vicinity of my fan base, and being a DJ, I'm in direct business mode for people that want to give me work. So you know, that's pretty much for me, like how I looked at it. You know, it was always a passion. You know, I was on a train and sitting here trying to answer this question, and I'm sitting here, I'm just like, I think I've been a DJ like my entire life. Like, you know, not academically, but me and my brother used to sit with this. We had this radio, and like the top 8 at 8 used to come on Kiss FM, and we would tape it, and then we would talk into it, and then we had another tape tech with 2 tapes. So we would tape one tape, and then we would tape another tape, and then we would play them back, and we had a crossfader. So that's when it started. I also had a broken turntable. I had one. I would put records on it, and then I would just spin it. You know, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I didn't know about scratching or anything like that. I heard it on the radio, and then I mimicked it. So, you know, growing up in these years and years, I was like, oh, okay, you already have the groundwork. I had the basic ideologies of what DJing was, you know, organically. Academically, I didn't. I had to learn that. There was a point that you made, Grand Wizzard, that I know kind of like tunes in with like the digital world of DJing now, you know, with the whole head down. You know, what digital DJing allows us now to is time. You know, the biggest problem when you're rocking with 2 turntables is there's no time, because the time that you got to be immaculately on point in order to get that next record on. Else you're gonna miss your window. You're gonna have to find another window. What's good about digital DJing now is like you could do this, and you could kind of stop it there. You could loop it out, and then you could find your record that you want to find. So that whole time while all that's going on, you're literally looking at your audience. You never put your head down really, because everything's right there. So that's one of the good benefits of the digital versus the original way. You know, so I won't say old school, because it's not old school. It's still practice. You know, so it's not old. It's the same. That's the standard. Now you just have a different option. But yeah, I talk a lot, so.
Well, how I kind of found my own thing is I'm really into the festival scene. So I was going to a lot of festivals, and obviously, you know, raging with the best of them in the dance tents, sweating it out with everyone, seeing these DJs doing these different things, and really kind of feeling like I wanted to be on the other end of it too. I really wanted to not only be, you know, a spectator, but also the person who's making everybody move. And I was like, how do I get to do that? So I really started to immerse myself in electronic music and really kind of find from there what kind of niche I really liked, and experimented with every kind of electronic music when I first started. And it really took me a while to figure out what really expressed what's inside of me and kind of the energy that I get off as well. So it kind of has to match not only to your audience, but also has to match the kind of energy that you want to portray. So I kind of eventually kind of landed on deep house and tech house with some electro, but that's kind of how I found my original spot, is kind of experimenting and also hearing just so many different DJs, and also kind of somewhat taking from them to a degree. I mean, obviously, to find an original thing, you kind of have to also find something that you want to look up to. So I obviously look up to a lot of female DJs like Reed Speed or Bethany Loken of Orchard Lounge, and they've kind of really inspired me and helped me find my original niche. So it's also been very helpful to know that you can find an original niche and have, you know, digital core to back you up, you know, because you can use different techniques like looping and cue points, and it really helps you be able to plan out a set ahead of time. You're obviously mixing live, but you're able to plan it out and kind of be able to plan out the journey that you're going to take people on, and not just kind of have it be random into improv, because sometimes improv is awesome, and improv randomly you'll just find these amazing things that just happen, but there's always the chance that you're improving and you're going to completely train wreck a transition. So it's nice to be able to have that ability to plan it out, maybe even record it, listen back to it once and say, hey, maybe I need to move this around a little bit. So it makes it a lot easier to create your own original path and your original journey whenever you have those digital things to back you up sometimes.
For me, I kind of found my niche, when I started DJing. Like I said, it wasn't something that when I was a child I said I'm going to grow up and be a DJ. So when I kind of started it as a hobby, it was something that I had to get very comfortable with. And once again, you kind of have to find where your lane is. So, I mean, I taught myself how to mix. So it was kind of just finding what I was comfortable playing at that particular point in time to, kind of build my way and make my lane. So, I started with hip hop, R&B, new jack, like that's my loves, my old school. And then as time grew, I kind of widened my genres into, because I love all types of music. But, as I started to kind of build myself more as a DJ, I kind of realized I had to kind of broaden my horizons to be, a more versatile DJ. So, I started playing reggae and soca and kind of house music, love house music. So, you just kind of build your way and find your own niche and what you're more comfortable with. And then, when Serato kind of came in the picture, because I'm a turntable girl for life, but when Serato kind of came in the picture, I was like, I'm never touching it. I'm not going near it. And I was obviously around a lot of DJs who were like, no, you kind of have to move with the times. You kind of have to, so I kind of moved into the digital age a little late, a little slowly. But once again, just really finding my own lane and how I was comfortable with it and how I can make the transition. And so that's where I am now. I love Serato now.
So we have a gambit of experience on